Owning the Nami Burn E2 Max as my first and only electric scooter for the past 2 years has been an incredible journey of discovery, learning, and excitement. When I first bought it, I didn't fully grasp the sheer power and versatility this scooter had to offer, but after 2 years of riding, I can confidently say it has redefined my expectations of what an electric scooter can be. Here's my long-term review, focusing on how each feature holds up over time and how they translate into a superior user experience. I'm giving away more than $1,700 worth of prizes. First place is a $1,000 electric skateboard, second place is a $500 electric scooter, and third place is a $200 high-speed full-face helmet. Be a subscriber and make a comment down below between September and November of 2024. May the odds be ever in your favor. Even after 2 years of riding, I can confidently say that the Nami Burn E2 Max remains one of the best looking electric scooters on the market. Its hand-welded tubular aluminum frame paired with the carbon fiber stem creates an aesthetic that is both modern and durable. The sleek lines and minimalistic yet futuristic design make it stand out, whether parked or zipping down the street. The Nami's design breaks the mold of cheap e-scooter aesthetics of looking too much like a box on stick. Every time I ride, I still get admiring looks and curious inquiries, which speaks to how well the design has held up over time. To this day, I haven't upgraded the Nami, not because I can't find anything faster. There's always slightly faster scooters coming out, but in my honest opinion, everything else just looked terrible. Unlike many other scooters that might look dated or scuffed after 2 years of hard riding, the Nami Burn E2 Max maintains a clean, matte, and high-end appearance thanks to its premium coating materials and attention to detail. The LED lighting system, especially the bright headlight and ambient LED light strips, also adds to the scooter's futuristic look while being practical for night riding. Even the turn signals and side lights give the scooter a premium finish that you don't see on many other models, reinforcing its status as a top-tier electric vehicle in terms of both performance and style. The LED strips on the backside are red, which adds another layer of safety when you are on the road with other vehicles. One of my biggest concerns when buying the Nami Burn E2 Max was how well the battery would hold up after extensive use. Electric scooter batteries often experience noticeable performance degradation after a couple of years, but I've been pleasantly surprised by how well the 72-volt 40 amp-hour battery has maintained its capacity. After 2 years of regular use, sometimes riding nearly every day, the battery still provides the same impressive range of 70 miles in real-world conditions, and sometimes even close to 100 miles when my father-in-law rides it at a much lower speed just cruising on trails. I haven't noticed any significant decrease in power or range, which is a testament to the quality of the LG 21700 cells used in the battery pack. The burn rate remains consistent from 100% all the way down to 5%, whether I'm using the scooter in eco mode for longer commutes or pushing it to its limits in turbo mode. The quick charge capability, which reduces charging time to 3 hours with dual chargers, has also remained reliable over time. This long-lasting battery life has made the Burn E2 Max a dependable scooter that never leaves me worrying about running out of charge mid-ride, and a reliable mode of transportation on weekdays and an extremely fun recreational vehicle on the weekend. This lack of performance degradation after 2 years reinforces that the Burn E2 Max is not just a scooter for short-term thrills, it's a long-term investment in premium performance and reliability. Even after 2 years, the acceleration of the Burn E2 Max never ceases to amaze me. The dual 1,500 watt motors delivering 8,400 watts of peak power still kick in with ferocious energy, pushing me to 60 miles per hour faster than I ever anticipated from an electric scooter. The rush I get from the 2.9 second 0 to 25 miles per hour acceleration feels fresh every time I ride it. This kind of power isn't just for fun, it's practical too. I often need to merge into traffic or quickly move through busy intersections, and this scooter makes it easy to accelerate smoothly and assertively. It's absolutely hilarious to see the reaction of drivers looking at a scooter overtake them. Over time, I've learned to master the thumb throttle, which doesn't feel as intuitive as twist throttles, and using different ride modes depending on my need for speed or efficiency, making it adaptable for both city commutes and more spirited rides on open roads. One of the most distinctive features of the Nami Burn E2 Max is the thumb throttle placement. For those familiar with e-bikes or electric motorcycles, the positioning and function of the throttle might feel a bit different. On the Burn E2 Max, the thumb throttle is located on the right side of the handlebar, positioned similarly to where gear shifters are placed on e-bikes. This placement is intuitive for most riders, but it can take a bit of adjustment for those transitioning from electric motorcycles. Meanwhile, on electric motorcycles or e-motos, what's commonly found in the thumb throttle's position is often a regenerative brake lever. This means that for those coming from an electric motorcycle background, the placement and function of the throttle may take some getting used to, as it's now an acceleration control rather than a regenerative braking mechanism. In terms of comfort, I've been consistently impressed with the adjustable hydraulic suspension. The ability to tune the suspension to my exact preferences and road conditions has made all the difference, especially on longer rides or when transitioning from smooth suburban roads to rougher trails. The 11-inch tubeless tires combined with the suspension system create a plush ride, gliding over potholes and uneven surfaces with ease. One of the most impressive aspects of the Nami Burn E2 Max is how well it handles off-road terrain. As someone who enjoys both urban riding and occasional off-road adventures, I can confidently say that this scooter excels in both environments, offering a smooth and controlled experience even on rougher surfaces. The key to this lies in the fully adjustable hydraulic coil suspension on both the front and rear, which absorbs impacts from uneven terrain with ease. This suspension system can be dialed in to match the specific demands of off-road riding, whether you're navigating dirt paths, gravel, or even forest trails. During my off-road rides, I found that the suspension softened the impacts of bumps, roots, and rocks, preventing the jolting feeling that's common with stiffer setups. And over the course of the last 2 years, after constant firm-to-soft adjustments, the suspension system is still running smoothly with zero issue whatsoever. The scooter's 11-inch tubeless tires also contribute significantly to its off-road prowess. These tires provide excellent traction and stability. Despite looking like road-only tires, these can hold their own on loose surfaces like dirt or gravel surprisingly well and never seem to have lost their grip. The wide profile of the tires ensures more contact with the ground, which also means less slipping and more control. These tires maintain grip far better than I initially expected for a performance scooter. One feature that adds an extra layer of stability when off-roading is the steering dampener. When riding at higher speeds on uneven terrain, scooter handlebars can sometimes switch hard from left to right, but the steering dampener on the Burn E2 Max mitigates this issue effectively, keeping the front end stable even over rough patches. This stability makes a noticeable difference when tackling downhill sections or navigating tricky uneven paths where precision steering is critical. The large deck also contributes to a more comfortable off-road experience. Having a wide, sturdy platform allows you to position your feet more securely when riding over uneven surfaces, which translates to better balance and comfort. This has been especially helpful for me when riding on longer off-road routes, where you might be standing for extended periods and need the extra stability. The scooter's ability to handle off-road trails without compromising comfort has been a game changer for me. In fact, the ride quality is so smooth that even after long off-road sessions, I don't feel as fatigued as I might on other scooters or electric vehicles that lack such advanced suspension. Whether I'm bouncing over tree roots or gliding down gravel paths, the Burn E keeps the ride manageable and enjoyable. When it comes to riding on smooth roads at fast speeds, I often worry about death wobbles, which is why I appreciate the free included steering dampener. From time to time, I noticed slight wobbling at speeds above 40 miles per hour or when the road was uneven, but the dampener eliminates that, allowing me to maintain control and stability even at full throttle. This feature has become more valuable as I've grown more comfortable riding at higher speeds over time. As someone who values safety, I found the 4-piston hydraulic brakes to be a vital part of the scooter's appeal. 2 years in, the braking system still provides sharp, reliable stopping power, which is crucial when riding at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. The incredibly short stopping distance from any speed is remarkable and gives me confidence in handling emergency stops. One feature of the Nami Burn E2 Max that I found myself adjusting to and ultimately leaving off is the regenerative braking system. While regenerative braking is a common feature in high-performance electric scooters, allowing the battery to recharge slightly when decelerating, the implementation on the Burn E2 Max feels abrupt and jarring, especially when set to higher levels. The regenerative braking system on this scooter is adjustable, offering multiple intensity levels, from light deceleration to more aggressive braking. Initially, I experimented with setting the regen brake to higher levels, but I quickly noticed that it disrupts the smoothness of the ride. When activated at a medium or high intensity, the scooter slows down too suddenly when you let off the throttle, causing a sharp and unsettling deceleration that feels unnatural compared to traditional brakes. After a few rides of trying to balance the settings, I ultimately decided to turn the regenerative braking off. I found that relying on the 4-piston hydraulic brakes for stopping power gave me much better control and a more predictable braking experience. The hydraulic brakes are incredibly responsive, so adding the sudden deceleration from regen braking made stopping feel too aggressive, especially when riding at higher speeds. One feature that I've grown to love more with time is the TFT color display. It's intuitive and easy to navigate, showing me everything I need: speed, battery levels, motor temperature, and even performance stats. What sets it apart, though, is the ability to customize almost every aspect of the scooter's performance. Over the past 2 years, I've learned to tailor the acceleration curves and braking intensity depending on the situation, making the scooter adaptable to every environment I ride in. The display has held up perfectly in both direct sunlight and rainy conditions, a testament to its build quality. One area where the Burn E2 Max falls short is portability. At 103 pounds, it's not something I can easily carry upstairs or into public transport. I knew this when I bought it, and I've come to terms with the fact that this scooter is meant for performance, not convenience. The trade-off for having such a powerful machine is its weight, and while this can be a limitation for some, I've adapted by storing it securely in my garage or parking it in designated areas when necessary. I try really hard to plan ahead and park out of sight when I can and use locks when necessary. While I don't usually ride at night, sometimes I do like to take a quick stroll for mental health reasons. The LED lighting system has been invaluable, especially during colder seasons when the sun sets at just 4 p.m. where I live. The bright front lights provide excellent visibility. It's the same light used on other light motorcycles such as my Talaria MX-5 Pro, while the rear and side LED lights ensure I'm seen by other road users. The turn signals are a feature I didn't think I'd use much, but they've made night commuting much safer by making you much more visible. The lighting system is not just functional but also adds to the scooter's sleek, futuristic look. However, just in case the rear LEDs are too weak to be seen during the day, I've added other attachable LED lights to the back of the scooter to improve rear visibility. While having turn signals is a cool addition, the position of the turn signal buttons is out of the way and requires the rider to disengage the accelerator. I find this annoying but manageable, and I've seen other users simply moves this whole cluster of buttons to the other side of the handlebar, which makes a lot more sense. After 2 years of owning the Nami Burn E2 Max, I can confidently say this electric scooter has far exceeded my expectations in almost every aspect. From its thrilling acceleration powered by dual 1500 watt motors, which deliver a peak output of 8400 watts, to its long-lasting 40 amp hour battery, this scooter strikes an impressive balance between power, range, and reliability. The consistent 70 miles of real-world range, combined with minimal battery degradation even after extensive use, showcases the high-quality build of this scooter. Despite some minor areas for improvement, such as weight and portability, or refining the regenerative braking, the overall experience has been overwhelmingly positive. After 2 years, the scooter remains a standout in the market, offering the power and features that make it a true investment for serious riders who value both performance and longevity. I'm giving away a $1,000 electric skateboard, a $500 scooter, and a $200 full face helmet. To enter, just be a subscriber and comment on any of my videos released between September and November of 2024, such as this one. May the odds ever be in your favor.